secret's out. We're going to talk about peonies tonight. I know, it's not peony season, is it?
No.
I must need some sage. But the reason we want to talk about peonies in October is because it is the best time to transplant them.
That's right.
If you need to. Peonies are great for like 100 years or more, as long as they are sited well. So if your peonies are doing great and they have at least 6 hours of full sun every day, and they have good drainage, and they're not crowded by other plants that have kind of bullied their way in, leave them alone, they're fine. But if you've got that big maple tree now that's come over them, which is like, now they're not getting enough sun, now you should move them. And now is the time, because this is the only time, this is my artwork. This is the only time, this is a tuber. Right there, that's a peony tuber. And it's the only time that the peony tuber will make tiny little hair-like roots on the tuber. Only now. So that will give it the boost that it needs for the spring. So that's my picture. So those are the big, they're like carrots, the tubers. And then they will grow tiny little hairs. You may not see them, but that's what they're gonna do. And they have these are where the blooms were, the stems. And then not at the same place is the eye, which are tiny little burgundy, pinkish, mauvish spike. Not even a spike, just a little protrusion. So, yes, protrusion. So, if you're gonna dig them up, especially right now, because it has been so dry, think about, this is your peony group, and then think, I'm told 8 to 10, but I'm thinking you could do 12 inches out around it, and water that whole space, where the peony is, and all the way out for like a week, because it's so dry, you're gonna just break everything, the tubers. So get that really wet, let that soak for like a week, every other day or so, more water on it. Then dig it up way around the outside, first with a pitchfork, and then you can use a spade to get that out. When you want to do the replanting, you want at least, you want to dig a hole, put in some compost and some bulb fertilizer, and you want those little eyes just to be 1 or 2 inches below the surface of the soil. So it's very important. They're shallow, but you need to have enough soil, but not too much soil. Oh, and you can cut down those stems. Just keep them 3 or 4 inches high so that you don't have that to contend with. If they have powdery mildew on the stems, which what peony doesn't, do not put that in your compost. Just get rid of that. So after you've planted it, after you've dug this up and you've made your hole, and you want to have 5 to 6 eyes within your grouping. So you may have, like just one little bit over here of a tuber with eyes, and then you may have another piece. You can put 5 of those pieces in one hole, but have like 3 or 5 eyes to your group. That way you have a good amount to get